What is going on, people? Today I am just gonna talk to you a little bit. All right, I'm sitting here pretty exhausted. I'm doing a video. I was doing a video. The video is gonna be about taking my wheels from this to this with spray paint battle cans. It's a long project. I've been working for 3 4 weeks already. I started doing this when the Rona started, the Corona, and right now I'm doing it while there's a bunch of riots going on. But I'm not gonna talk about that. It's just I'm tired. This takes a long time. Not the actual video. I mean, that's easy, or it's the easiest part. Making video, recording the video is the easiest part. Doing all the damn prep work for this, it is a pain in the ass. Just thinking that after this, I have to go and edit all the footage together. It is the reason it's taken me weeks to get this done, because I just have not felt like doing it. But anyways, I wanted to talk about my car for a little bit in the condition it's in right now. If you follow me on Facebook or Instagram, the Evo Twin WRX, if you follow my Instagram or Facebook or whatever, you might have noticed that I've been having a very, very hard time with my car. I just keep fucking shit up, man. I don't know why. I have such bad luck. Horrible working on my car. No, I'm not an expert. I don't own a shop, never worked in a shop, but I'm one of those guys who's usually done all the work himself. I won't do an engine and stuff like that, but oil changes, tires, parts I used to break down on my old cars. I have a good idea of what I'm doing. And with this car, damn. I mean, I broke the axle, right? First time I ever break an axle. I don't know. I didn't know exactly how the diffs work and everything. I didn't know it was an axle at first. I thought I had blown the diff or transmission because there was no power. But as many of you may know, you break one axle, the car's trying to put power to that tire because it senses no grip. So it feels like both your tires are gone. And on the WRX, I'm not sure how the front diff works since I have a DCCD controller on mine, but I had to turn the controller to the front in order to drive my car and get it home, and figuring out it was an axle, which thank God it was an axle. And shout out to DRP, Dirty Racing Products, for giving me free axles. They sent me free axles, a couple of them, STI axles rear, so I could get back in the track. So I was happy, man. I put my axles back on. I'm ready to go to the track. And that's when my newest Mexico videos happened. After I fixed my axle, I believe. Went home, and I was bored. I haven't been working for a while because of the Rona and the oil crisis and whatever. So I decided to do the wheel project with my car. It takes a lot of time. My wheels are really messed up. Let's get this done. It'll keep me busy for a while. So while I was wanting to do that, carrying my car up on jacks, I figured it's time for an oil change. Let's do spark plugs. Let's do all the little stuff, right? So there I am, taking my damn wheels off. And what happens? Wheel stud breaks off. It just breaks. I mean, I'm struggling to take it off with the cross thing, the nice big one. That one over there. This. It's really tight. And I just keep going because, well, you have to take it off, right? And the stud breaks off, and my lug nut has a stud inside of it. Well, that's one thing. So I took them off. Then I started doing my oil change before I took my fronts off. And I noticed one of my tires had a little bubble on it. Like, God damn it. If it's just a little bubble, you're not supposed to run it. Tires have 500 miles on them. So here I am having to buy another $250 tire because of a little bubble. But here's what I'm thankful and I'm grateful that I decided to do this wheel painting project, because I saw the bubble when I was doing the oil change, and which is another bad luck story all on its own. In a little bit, I'll tell you. I took the tire off. I saw the bubble when I was doing the oil change, so that made me take the tires off before I decided to actually paint them. Something like that. When I took it off, the top side that I could not see, it was bubbled up. The entire thing was ready to blow up. So obviously, I was happy because I was changing the oil that day. I think it was like on Thursday or Friday, because I got called out by I don't know his name. The truck, the video I posted on my Facebook and on my YouTube, where I was racing the truck, but the truck was having problems. He called me out after he fixed his problems, and I was gonna go race that next day. So I am happy as hell that I did the oil change and I did all this, because that allowed me to notice that my tire was about to blow up. And I was actually gonna challenge him to a quarter-mile run. I've been doing 8-mile runs on the streets, because these cars, they're so quick, so fast, that I don't want to be doing 140 miles per hour on leased roads, what they call leased roads around here, because they're dusty, they're small. I don't want to, but this time I was going to run them for a quarter mile. And I just sit here and think, what the hell would have happened? My tire would have blown off. Best case scenario, tire blows off, rips off a fender or something. Worst case scenario, you can imagine. I'm running 140, 130, 140 on the streets. Front tire blows off. It's already hard to control a car with this power. Now with the front tire blowing out, who knows what would have happened. So I am so glad I decided to do all this. What I'm not glad about is all the bad luck I've been having. So it's the tire, right? When I'm doing my oil change, I hate doing oil changes. I hate it. There's always, all the time, something wrong happens when I'm doing an oil change. Either I lost the correct tool, I can't get the filter out, anything always happens. This time I had everything. I ordered the correct stuff, correct oil, the funnel, everything. I had everything perfect. Right? I'm doing it in my garage with my concrete floor. I'm going to start doing I have my oil pan down there. I'm about to start taking the bolt off, the oil drain off. When I remember, I better put my cardboard. I always have a big cardboard box under my car in case I spill anything. And it was off on the other side of the car, and I figured I better put it down here just in case. Screw it. Even though I have everything, I'll put it down here. I'll put it down there. Have my oil container thing. I took off the oil drain plug, started draining, and it just starts pouring. I start paying attention to something else. I'm trying to figure out if there's any shavings or anything on my oil. And then I see my oil pan. It's a plastic one with a little hole in the middle. It has like a little screw that you lift it and then oil goes in. I had it all the way out. Somehow something got clogged on in there, and it just starts rising. And it's only like that much space on it on top, right? It starts rising. I'm trying to put the stupid drain plug back on, and it just starts falling over, and it gets all over the cardboard, off the cardboard. I am so glad I put that cardboard in, because it would have been a lot worse. I mean, we're talking about 3 quarts of oil on the floor. Luckily, about 1 quart got on the actual concrete on my garage, and thankfully, with some carb cleaner, I have a bunch of carb cleaner here, or B12, whatever you want to call it. I managed to clean that up. I cleaned it all up. Everything was good. There's no stains on my floor. Thank God, because my wife would have killed me. So that's another thing. Then I start doing my spark plugs the other day. First, I don't even want to talk about it. I have my spark plugs in the box where they come, the NKG, whatever. All of a sudden, I see my son walking around with them. And like, oh my god! So I run after him, and he flicks them. He just flicks them like nothing, and they landed on the grass. I grab them. They're in the box, in the big box, the four box. I open them. I inspect them. I make sure they're all good. They look good. I shouldn't have no problem. So I'm gonna start taking my spark plugs off, and then I realize I am all out of 10mm sockets, and I need those to take the ignition coils off. So I have to order them through Amazon. I ordered a pack with like 10 of them, different sizes and everything. I used to have like 5. I don't have any anymore. So I have to wait longer. Let's see if this is still recording. Yes, it is. So I have to wait even longer. They finally arrive. I start doing my spark plugs. Spark plugs look amazing. I shouldn't have done spark plugs. They look amazing. They look perfect. Then I put them back on, one at a time, and then one of the stupid coils, the coil packs. I have one bolt that goes in there, little bolt, and it strips out. I was like, God damn it! The actual hole strips out, not the bolt, the hole. So I'm sitting there like, I just grabbed my beer. I went and sat in front of my garage, and I just sat there. So much anger. There was other stuff that happened before this that pissed me even more off. Finally, I realized what I have to do. I went and got a tap. Ended up not needing the tap. The bolt's about that big. The hole seems to be deeper than that. So it seems like the bolt, the stock bolt, only does about 4 turns to hold that coil on there. So I went and got a longer one. And that worked. I managed to get in there and put everything back on. It's just stupid issues, man. Another stupid thing, I decided to put my STI wing back on my car, right? And I thought it was just, hey, boom, boom, boom. 3 bolts on each side. The holes are already pre-cut on there on the car. The STI wing came with the car when I bought it. It was used. It's an eBay wing, I'm guessing. The old owner, he drilled the holes. Some of them are not perfect. So there I am, trying to put the stupid STI wing by myself. Lifting the trunk. Trying to get the stupid screws on there. There's the hole right like that, right? And then the hole for the screw. There's the hole on the hood, on the trunk. The hole for the screw is that far deeper, like that. And then you have a smaller hole in there before it. So I have to get through those 2 holes to get to the hole that has the screw for the wing, which none of them fucking line up. So I'm having to buy different tools, trying to make it. I'm struggling, trying to hold the stupid wing. I got my drill. The parts I'm using, they're not a single part. I have to put different sockets together and little things to reach in there and to have it enough to the side, since it's not centered, skinny enough to where it'll let me. So I end up losing some sockets on there between the on the trunk, between the middle and the trunk, since it's the top and then the inside middle. I lose sockets in there. So now when I drive my car, there's even more rattle from those sockets that I can't get the hell out of there. Not only that, I noticed my wing after it's been out for so long, and it's been driven around to New York, just stashed in there in the car, and then Florida, and then here, and it's just really messed up. So I put it on. It was really ugly. It was scratched. It was messed up. Paint was fading. So I decided to take it off. So I did all of that. Oh, on top of that, from not being able to hold the wing in the trunk by myself, and the drill, and the bits, and all that, I end up scratching the fuck out of my car right there with the wing, and it's just, oh man, stupid stuff. Small stuff, but stupid stuff nonetheless, man. And it's just been hell. So I'm trying to get the tires done, the wheels, so I can put them back on. I have not ordered the studs. I have not ordered new lug nuts because, like I said in the beginning, I haven't been working, and I don't. I'm living off my savings right now, waiting for some job opportunities that are coming up. And yeah, I could go buy all that stuff, and I probably will, little by little. But at the end of the day, I sit here and figure and think, oil's bad, all this virus, all this riots, all this bullshit. What if eventually I get to the end of my savings and I still don't have a job good enough? I can find a job, right? I've always been able to find a job within a week. What I mean now is about not finding a job is finding a good enough job. Hey, I have a house, I have car payments, I have family, I can't just get any job, which at the end of the day I would. This time is the first time ever I'm holding off on a better job. Before I always, probably because I have some savings, but um, I don't know. I just figured, how am I gonna be spending money on car parts? If worst comes to worst, we have a second coronavirus outbreak, which I don't. I'm not here to talk about if it's true, if it's a government, blah 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 blah. Fact is, if they claim it's a second outbreak and they start closing shit down, and again we go with no work for months, um, I figured, how am I gonna feel knowing that $1,000 that I spent on the car earlier now could probably keep my family afloat for a month. Know what I mean? Which I probably will. I probably will. I want to get out there. I'm sick and tired of just sitting at the house. But it is what it is, man. This is a long ass blog, but I keep having people telling me I should talk more to the camera and talk about what's going on. I find this extremely boring. Not me talking. Hey, I'm drinking. I'm happy. I'd be here doing nothing anyway. When I edit these videos, I find them so boring. And no matter how much people tell me they want to see videos like this, the analytics on YouTube say something else. Probably dropped 80% of viewers or more within 2 minutes. Hell, within a few seconds of this video. But it doesn't hurt, right? So here it is. Here's a video of me blabbing for 20 minutes already. That's what's going on with my car. That's what happened. But that's what happened so far. Once I finish the wheels, put them on, take some nice pictures, clean my car, I still can't go racing because I'm going to order the studs. And to save money, I'll probably just order, I don't know, I'll probably just order the rear studs on the rear wheels. I don't think there's enough torque going to the front to justify APR studs or RPA or whatever that company is. Hell, I might just even order one side, the one that's broken. And I was going to buy lug nuts, the whole set. I almost had some ordered. I like the ones I have. They're just old and getting rusty. So I might just order the whole set, or I might just order a set for one wheel to replace the one that I can't order one lug nut, so I have to order a set of 5. If I want to go the cheap way, I'll just order for one tire, one set of studs, one set of lug nuts. But even after that, I still don't feel like I can go racing because here goes another 5 minutes. When I was building my engine, when I had my shop building my engine, there was miscommunication problems on my side where I assumed some things and ended up that I ordered some parts, shipped it to them. I never double checked with them about those parts getting there, specifically engine mounts. This is why you let your shop do everything. Okay, if you're going to a shop, let them do everything because shit like this happens. I never double check with them. About a year later, since my car was so long, they asked me what mounts are we using. I told them the mounts we got, and they asked me, "Am I sure?" I said, "Yeah." But here I am thinking they got the mounts I ordered. They were from you new but used from someone. Turns out those mounts never made it there. I never double checked. I never confirmed that they had received them. So when I said use the ones we got, they thought stock mounts, right? Because that's what they have. I'm over here thinking use the ones we got, the ones I ordered, which are the ones I never checked that you received, that you never actually received, so you have no idea what I'm talking about. So it turns out all this time I'm running my car on stock engine mounts still. It was a joke back when I had my previous build, but now it's just sad. I have Perrin engine transmission mounts, and I have nothing on the differential, in the rear diff. So even after I fix this, I'm not going to run my car until I have my solid Torque Solutions engine mounts. I would like to have a solid Torque Solutions transmission mount, and then I want the Torque Solutions rear diff brace and bushings. Get everything solid back there. I'm thinking, now that I know this is maybe why I can't freaking shift. I mean, I still have the stock pitch stop mount, or whatever you call it, because that came together with the engine mounts that got lost in the mail. So you can imagine 700 horsepower, 650 torque, whatever it is, on stock mounts. All of that is flexing 3 to 4 inches when I'm accelerating or taking off or doing a dig. No wonder I can't get into fucking gear. No wonder I still have problems. Even after adjusting my clutch, which made it better, I still have problems getting into gear, and I'm guessing that's why. So until I fix all of this, I don't think I'm going to go race my car, which all this is going to take a while. I'm using all this little stuff to keep me busy during all these days that I'm at home. But I think that's it, man. I don't even know if this thing's still recording, but that's the update. That's the blog. You wanted me to talk? I can talk the fuck out of your ear. Now deal with it.